of Guatemala faces Jospeh Bebeze of Cameroon. The two fighters on here, Castillo and Bebeze. It's their moment in the World Championship spotlight. Both fighters not from that top level of judo nations, and they're drawn against each other. So there's a chance here for one of these to get a win at the World Championships and progress to the next round. The winner of this, by the way, will face Andreas Tölzer in the second round. So, you know, you win some,
you lose some. Well, we'll give them a little credit here.
Well, one of them's going to win, so that part of it is true.
Bebeze's sporting one of those IGF gis. So perhaps Bebeze didn't have a conforming gi.
And there's no... Is there a coach in the chair?
I don't see... Well, it's kind of tough. We always have that cameraman there, but...
Because that's the rule. If your gi fails, then you lose your coach. I love that. I love that rule. Yuko on the board there for Bebeze of Cameroon.
Yeah, I think it's a fair penalty.
I like it. Failed a few more of them. Yeah, there's
that nice Ochi attempt there.
There's someone that looks like the Cameroon coach shouting from the first row of the stands. It's presumably where he's been asked to do his coaching from.
Well, I'm liking the attack so far by Bebeze, though. I say that, and Castillo just came in. Bebeze's got a big frame, big tall fella, and he looks for a Sasai there, but loses his grip. And Castillo goes in looking for an Osolto. We didn't really see it from this angle. It might have been an Osolto Makikomi, but Bebeze's able to slip out. Our first Brazilian entering the arena, and for this early, I think we have got a good-sized crowd. The kids will come in later. This is when the real judo fans are here.
Yeah, the weekend should see a better, a more knowledgeable crowd.
Right.
Not a better crowd, but a slightly more knowledgeable crowd. Down on mat number 1, Renan Nunes of Brazil faces Dimitri Peters of Germany, the Olympic bronze medalist.
And as we were talking, Bebeze picks up a Yuko. Meantime, Castillo has 2 penalties against him with this match halfway over. And a big Ochi there from Bebeze. Castillo able to slip off, and Castillo comes around looking for the Makikomi. And a bit of a Unanage chance there for Bebeze. Failed really to get Castillo up on his hip. So still the score remains a Yuko to Bebeze, 2 penalties to Castillo.
Oops.
Bebeze again goes in for that Ochi. Castillo has a chance at a counter there. Just a little bit more drive perhaps by Castillo, and he probably could have scored at least a Yuko.
I'm glad that they just let that one go as he fell. It wasn't really doing anything and spoilt their opportunity completely.
Bebeze looking for Haragoshi there. No, he's looking for Osolto and ends up trying to sweep the leg out. certainly Bebeze's got, I think, the physical requirements to do well in this division. Big, tall, muscular build.
We found his coach.
Found his coach. Meantime, Castillo has his third warning up there.
But
and actually, it's waved off now.
Okay.
His third penalty, I should say. There are no more chewies.
That's correct.
No chewies, no cocas. Looking for bigger scores here. Less than 30 seconds. Bebeze tried to come around for Osoto. As Castillo turned his back, Bebeze pursued him a little bit. He's got to be careful with that. Bebeze came to the back and his foot swept forward in front of Castillo's leg there, and that could get him into trouble. But now with just 10 seconds, Bebeze looks like he's working on a choke here, but more importantly, he's burning some time off the clock as he switches to Osai Komi, and now Yokoshiho and Castillo is just sort of laying there. And he taps out
as well.
I think if you look at that last minute and a half, there's some conditioning issues perhaps with Castillo.
Yeah, he's breathing heavy, isn't he? Bebeze will face Andreas Tölzer in the second round.
So perhaps Bebeze won't have such an easy time with Newaza, who faces the big German. When he faces the big German, I should say.
We're watching the plus 100 kilo category for men. This is taking place on mat number 2. We've got action on mats 1 and 3, and that's in the under 100 kilo category.
And that was the finishing move for Bebeze. Really not necessary. Didn't need it. He was just ahead.